laugh is it's not a gift, man. It's a trust. It's a community ideal. To be able to put people in the room and talk about some of the most difficult of things, painful, hurtful things, but yet congeal an environment whereby people can see their own humanity, show compassion, and show mercy. Civil liberties attorney Clarence Zarrow also said when it came to humor, if you lose the power to laugh, you lose the power to think. With that, I present the End of Racism Comedy Lecture Tour Virtual Edition.
I think racism is the reason why you never ever see any black people in tanning commercials. You're laughing, but if you went to the local pharmacy, you saw a cardboard cut out of me with some suntan lotion, you'd be confused. It's a killer. They don't tell you this. It affects everybody. Guess what? Racism affects white people too. But they don't tell you. That's why I'm here. Work with me here. Black people got Black History Month. I'm Muslim. Muslims have Ramadan. Latinos have Latino month. Asian have. What do my white brothers and sisters have? Nothing. You don't have a Caucasian Awareness Month or Black Appreciation Day or a White Day or a Southern Day or a Richard Month or Holy Day or Pale Poets. Nothing. Put out your right hand. Extend 5 fingers. I call this the fives. It's about thinking about language. Freedom. I believe there's always 5 letters to let us know just how close we are. 5 letters. Think outside the box. Here we go. You can count on going. 5 letters. I believe we are this, EXIST, here on Earth, 5 letters by virtue of the fact we're all human nature remain. Therefore, it doesn't matter whether you're black 5 letters, white 5 letters, Asian 5 letters, or Latino, Latina, I think the O to A is still ain't true. Muslim, I follow Islam, that's 5 letters. If you follow Jesus, if you're Jewish, you get Torah 5 letters too. The point of this is, as good as the sound is always going to be head, and it's 5 letters too. Because our power lies in our unity, UNITY. And a hater, you know how a hater is. Most of them are angry, some of them are upset, some of them are pissed off right now because damn it, they can't SPELL, and it's okay. Tell a hater, listen, man, if you can't spell it out, do the math. If you take 3 things away from the 5, you lose your peace. And that peace is spelled PEAC.
I proudly present the End of Racism Comedy Lecture Tour Virtual Edition, coming to a college near you. Hey everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notify button so you know when you're getting new episodes. And we just want to grow this project. I thank you in advance. Without further ado, let's get it rolling. The ShOUT Show.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to everybody. I'm Preacher Moss, host of the SOS or ShOUT Show. Hope you're having a tremendous Thursday. And you know what Thursday means, brothers and sisters. This is Throwback Thursday. So if you're coming to your first Throwback Thursday, I want you to sit back, relax, whatever you need, a piece of cake, some pound cake, some sweet tea, bottle of water, whatever it is, I want you to sit back and enjoy, because this is the entertainment hour. Throwback Thursday is one of my favorite shows, and we're going to make it a favorite show of yours, hopefully. We're only gonna have about a half hour, brothers and sisters. I got a big couple things to do. Big shout out to man Markram up in Minnesota. It's his 50th birthday. He's 50, going on 175. God bless you, Big Bear. Also, I want to give a shout out to somebody I think is an amazing basketball player. Suffered an injury, right Achilles injury, right Achilles tear. Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors, man. We have you know the Waz. So for the people that are coming on the show for the first time, let me just break it down. The first time, we hope is not your last time. And part of the shout out show is we want to give you an experience. When I say we, it means that I'm not on this podcast, this show by myself. We have a bunch of people that come into the comment section. They're educated, they're intellectual, they're funny, they're dedicated, and they're family. So I want you to make sure if you have something to say, get into that comment section, get your shout out. Don't be shy. We don't do shy here on the shout out show. Any other thing, if you don't mind, as you heard in the warm up, if you don't mind clicking that subscribe button, that the like button, whatever it is, man, click those things because we're trying to grow the show. Because we have some big plans on into 2021. For my brothers and sisters who come to the show on the regular, God bless you, man. I'll be pleased with you. I see him in that stars in the building. I can always count on stars in the building here on the shout out show. Big shout out to Sister Sultana, our consultant producer, and Sister Rabina, all the way from the UK. Sister Rabina, where you been? We missed you a couple days, but you know we're happy to have you back. My main man from Toronto, Brother Atif, all the way. Walaikum assalam Fatua Barakatuh, beloved, all the way from Toronto. Tune it in, man. You know, yesterday we got into some stuff about Donald Trump and the secret war on Black Muslims. I'm not talking about that today, but it was a talk we needed to have. I rapped to a few folks. And for the people that actually listened and responded, I really appreciate that because that should not be a one-way conversation. As Muslims, let me say this, as Muslims, as I said yesterday, you know, we're drawn, particularly African Americans in the United States. We fight. You come out of the womb fighting racism. So the foundation, the foundation injustice that you face is not the one you're facing, is one your parents face. But you know, we have fiduciary responsibility as believers, as supports one another to prop each other up, to stand there. You know, to make the point that injustice anywhere is not it's not an option. We got to stand up. We got to stand out. That's all I got to say with that. So let me give my shout outs. I think, Brother Altif, thank you so much for coming, brother. I don't know what the weather is up there in Toronto, man, but I know it's going to be getting cold soon. That water comes off that lake. It is not joking. But today's topic, brothers and sisters, on Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Let me say it back in like in the 70s. Throwback Thursday. That's what it sounds like. Throwback Thursday. I'm remembering when we feared our parents. Can you remember when you feared your parents? Can you remember you said, if my mama or father found out, they're going to kill me? Which made you do one or two things. Either become even more sneaky or just stop the activity altogether. This is my big brother right here, with my little brother all the way from Milwaukee. What's up, Nazir, man? I hope all of you and the family are going well a lot. I know you got some young soldiers over there, so give all of them and the wives, give them my salams. Good to see you, man. I hope everything is moving forward from you. Nazir's an entrepreneur in Milwaukee, man. He had a lot of. You still have that program, Outstanding Parents, Outstanding Marriages, Outstanding Parents. Check him out. If you can, Nazir, you know I'll give you a shout out for that. And they happen to have something on Instagram, Outstanding Relationships, I believe it is. And he had Outstanding Parents. So entrepreneur, check Nazir out. I was organizing an arrest warrant for health. Okay, that's what happened. That's why we didn't see you. Okay, getting people arrested. Okay, Sister Rabina. Okay, there we go. On Instagram, Outstanding Personal Relationships. Thank you, Nazir. Appreciate you, brother. And Sister Ika, all the way from Indonesia, getting in. She's just starting her day over there, I believe. But here we go. Here's the topic today for Throwback Thursday. Remembering when we feared our parents. Now, let me qualify this. This is not a fear like you're getting abused. That ain't that kind of fear. That's criminal. We're talking about being told something. We're talking about being held to a standard by your parents, and you knew if you violated that code, if you violated that rule, if you violated that understanding, it didn't have good consequences. And I'm not even talking about you got a whooping or a spanking. It's just the fact that you thought that your parents thought less of you. And I'm saying this because I watch TV, not as much as I should because I write for TV. I don't watch as much as I should. And one of the reasons I don't really write for TV is at a certain point in time, I wrote for a little show called Brothers Garcia. Actually, I ghost wrote for George Lopez for Brothers Garcia. And the episode that I wrote, it was a funny episode, but it made me feel some kind of way because the whole show was based upon the children being smarter than the parents. The children being smarter than the parents. And I'm like, that's like make believe, but at the same time, make believe can become realistic. We can realistically turn out people who are, through a process of child rearing, rotten individuals. I'm talking rotten to the core, poor character, poor morals, no ethics. And I see that populating the center today. In the African American community, it's always been a battle on two fronts. Number one, we deal with the fact that we're looking for some kind of equality. You have to look inside for that equality. That's number one. You have to say, I want to be better than me. I don't want to be better than, I want to be better than me. And that's the thing that you're trying to do. That's number one. Number two is there's just so many pressures to conform. Hey, what's going on, Junior? I said that like I was country. All right. From that shit, I told he Ruku wear. What's going on, man? I don't have my shirts, man. But he has some outstanding shirts that he does out of Houston, Texas. Mash it out, Tawheed, man. Let me know how Imam Qasim's doing. Everybody make dua for Imam Qasim. He got COVID down there in Fifth Ward, so we all been making dua for him. Good to see you on the show, boy. Ruku wear. That's the name of his brand, Ruku wear. We're gonna have to get I got Ruku wear too. I just want you to know I still have my 2 Ruku shirts, brother. I support where I can. So if anybody has anything they promoted, put it in the box. I'm gonna give up the love because that's the way it works. But this whole idea of remember when we feared our parents, and I realized there's a different kind of fear. It's almost like a religious parallel. I know that my mom would really get me worried when she say things like, I'm gonna have to talk to Jesus about that. And I'll be like, why you bring Jesus to it? Why you gonna tell, snitch? That's not what I said. I was thinking. But I'm like, my mama's gonna go to Jesus on this? Like Jesus don't have friends. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't want to be that. I'm like, can you imagine Jesus walking around and go, Murray's boy crazy. The boy losing his mind. Sister Mary's boy, he at it again. He think he's funny. I don't know. I might have to, I don't know. I'm gonna have to tell someone. I'm gonna kick this one upstairs. And the funny part was, the one thing that you really, really wanted from your parents was approval. Was approval of not only your ideas, but your individuality, your talent, your personality, your own beliefs. That's the thing. Yeah, because we all screwed up as kids. My mom's downstairs. We screwed up as kids. And I screwed up a lot because I used to think I was funny. But there were certain things that you didn't want to mess with. Oh, here we got something. Sister Rabina's digging in her thing, eyes popping out, stare. For my mom, when we were in public, that meant we were in trouble when we all got home. No words required. Yeah. Uh-huh. So did you hear that one? Uh-huh. If you ever had the chance, what's up, Sister Reed? How's Auntie doing? I hope she's doing all right. You're missing the topic, girl. Here it is. Remember when we feared our parents? The big fear for me was school. I mean, y'all had that report card that was just like, I had a couple of those because I played sports, and I thought somehow at my size I was going to play professional basketball, and I was going to make so much money to take my mom off. I was going to buy a house just for my socks. That's how that's how crazy you were thinking. Well, it didn't work out. But my point is, the thing that was interesting is that you just fear disappointing your parents. And I saw something about 2 weeks ago. I saw something 2 weeks ago. And it did bother me. And I'll make this note. I don't tell people how to raise their children. That's not my job. But I looked at a young man whose mother was struggling, struggling. And when I say struggling, everybody's going through something these days. Your money, your paper ain't right. The bag is a little light, whatever it is you're going through. Maybe we're not working as much. These things are real. So, and this was a young kid. Here's the deal. When you young, 3, 4, 5, reason hadn't kicked in. But the mother told the young man, you're going to have to put that back because whatever they had, it was over the total money she had. She said, you're going to have to put that back. And it was like a bag of chips. And, I'm not being nosy, but I'm looking. She had the things that, you use to make food, big, bulky meals. Y'all know how mama used to get down. She ain't cooked for one day. How many days she cooked for? She cooked for 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And I'm going to get to the fathers too, Ree. Here you go. That's right. Now, here's how I knew my mom wasn't buying nothing I said, but let me get back to the story about the grocery store. The mother was dealing with a knucklehead, a young knucklehead. When I say young knucklehead, I don't mean like he was 9, 8. I'm talking he was all of got to be about 23, 24. Mom's buying food. This young man throws a tantrum because he can't get chips. He couldn't get chips. You tripping, mama. Why can't I get no damn chips? I was like, are you cussing too? Why can't I get no damn chips, ma? What's up? What we poor? And put on this whole thing, just back and forth, like this whole theatric thing. And normally, brothers and sisters, I stay in my place. I had my mask on. I didn't want to say nothing, but people were looking, and the mother was embarrassed. And then the parent came out of me. My mom as a parent, my dad as a parent. And I wanted to say something constructive, but I said, are you putting any money on them groceries? No? Well then shut up. And you know what happened at the grocery store, people? People clap. I clap. Because it needed to be said. There ain't no way that you've put your mama on Front Street like that. My mother would never even do that, folks. My mom ain't do that. And not only y'all, and I find like people don't take hints. Like kids today don't take hints. Remember when your mother asked you what happened and you would start lying and trying to come up with all this crazy. She knows what happened, brothers and sisters. Moms are the inspiration for 60 minutes. They don't ask a question when they already know the answer. If your mother was looking at you, telling this long yarn, if you will, this long lie, and she did this move right here, put her hands up underneath her armpits and locked. If you kept talking, let me tell you what she was doing. She was trying to save your life because in locking her hands, she couldn't grab you by your neck and choke you to death. See how it is? See how it is? People don't know the game. Like people just don't know the game. So, okay, we got my brother here. Hold on a minute, brother and sister. I got to do one thing here. My screen went crazy. So let me get this straight here. Okay, well, something happened here. Okay, so apologies. Wow, something really happened to my screen. It looks bad. But my point is, brothers and sisters, I find it weird because parenting has kind of gone out of the window. And when I say out of the window, I'm saying that it's not just a lack of just enthusiasm to be good to parents. Can I say that? Like a lack of enthusiasm to be good to parents. it's even become more monotonous. Like the kids are empowered. You know, the kids find themselves empowered to say whatever it is they want to say. Let me give a shout out to my brother. JT, you know what the show is, brother. You know what the show is. Let me bring it up here again. Remember when we feared our parents? So, you know, we have men on the show. We have JT, we have Altaf, we have Nazir, and myself. You know, the one thing that's really, really interesting, particularly if you have daughters, you know, or your daughters, or you care for young girls, um, man, they could break you down. I don't care if you're a father. I don't care if you're a dude and it's not even your little girl. A little girl could break you down, and you know what? You don't mind getting broken down that way. It becomes a situation, if you will, whereby there's a willingness for all of us, if you will, to um, invest. Can I say invest? Invest in our soft side, and I think it's important, you know, because the one thing we all feared from our parents, it wasn't a whip. You know what it feared? It was the fear that our parents didn't love us. Like somehow, some way, we fell off the game, and we weren't worthy of that love. Oh, okay. See, then my mom is, hey, ma. All right, that's her and Miss Eleanor. But the thing about parents, especially when you get older, and this is real, and this is no joke, we fear losing our parents. We fear that the times that we may have shied away from, maybe we didn't call, maybe we didn't come by the house, maybe when we came by the house, we weren't thoroughly engaged. But we all fear losing our parents because our parents remind us of the potential in us to be as good as them or a little bit better, which is all right with them because parents don't have egos. Parents want their children to be better than them. Parents want their children to experience better life than them, better education, better, 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 better. And you can never get it as a child. You can never get that as a child. Look at my mom. My mom here. Me talking before whipping was worse. Yeah, there you go. Mother talk before whipping. Why was it worse, Ma? Because it was disappointment. It was disappointment. You know what I mean? It didn't make the whooping any easier. That disappointment sound like this. You know, that's the way disappointment sound when it cut the wind. Um, but I think it was also the thing that between a mother or father or mother, father, and the children, there's something, and I haven't been able to put my hands on it 100%, but there's something about that love and trust because you learn to love your brother and your sister partially off of how your mother loves you or how your father loves you. And it's like it's interesting, not interesting thing, you know. And I am at my age, I'm a little sensitive when I see mothers not get their respect, mothers not get their love. And fathers, we all mama's boys. Everybody here on the call is a mama's boy. But our dads are important too. So we're going to talk about it. My dad was parent school governor and on his way to a meeting with the school. He caught my youngest sibling walking out of school. Oh, he's doing the truancy thing. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to do that. I'm going to tell you something. If you want to meet, if you want to get to Jannah, or you want to get to paradise or heaven early, let your parents catch you messing up that school opportunity. Because that was something that's why I said, my worst period, my worst times, or the most time I feel like when that report card wasn't right. And parents are cold blooded. You know why? Because they ask you how the grade's going to look, but they looked at you, trick off all the opportunities to study, trick off all the opportunities to write your paper. They saw you engage in bad habits, and they say, hey, son, that's my dad. Hey, son, how them grades going to look like? You know what they're going to look like. Why you asking? Um, he just wants to catch you in yet another lie. And what about this? What about the noises of disappointments that parents have for their children? You never wanted to hear that too. We feared hearing the disappointment noise. Like my mom caught me doing something and I was out of pocket and I was wrong. You know, you have to have a conversation. Mothers make you talk out. Mothers like you to snitch on yourself. Can I say that? Mothers like for you to snitch on yourself. I mean, forget the police, forget homicide detectives, forget Force 48. You know what you need when somebody commit a homicide? That mama come in and boy, you better tell these people what they want to hear. I seen a dude go through that. You better tell these people because I ain't gonna pay no money for those lawyers. If you just gonna lie to me and lie to them, I ain't paying for nothing. I mean, he did some time, but I'm like, yo, mom, that's cold blooded. But here's some of the noises that parents make. Here's some of the noises some of you probably say I'll never make with my child. Here's some other ones. Here's a mother noise right here. It's a phrase, brothers and sisters. It's a phrase, but it's not really a word. It has words in it, but it has a different type of chemistry to it. A mother will let you lie and snitch on yourself, and she won't tell you. She'll use this term right here. Is that right? Did you see the subtlety there? Watch your eye. Is that right? Um, is that right there means you should pack up all your stuff. No matter if you're 6 years old, get out of the house, come back when you're 18 years old, and get yourself correct, and then go back to your place because you're not gonna stay here. Is that right? My father would do this one right here. Mm-hmm. After he get the grade report, he knew it was horrible. He make this noise. Mm-hmm. All right then. I see you. All right now. I'm like, what is I see you all right now? I got a 0.2.1, and all you can say is, mm-hmm. All right now. I guess that's the noise when you make when you're reacting to a 0.21. I'm joking, my grades weren't that bad. 1.21. But my point is, because I don't want to belabor the point. Remember when we feared our parents had a different connotation. Fear meant something different. Fear had something to do with, like I said, you didn't want to disappoint your parents. Fear was, I didn't want to inconvenience my parents. I don't know about you. I don't want to make them work harder for something that I did. The other one is, I fear when made them proud. Because, parents get together and they brag about their kids, and you don't want to be the parent when parents go, well, y'all pray for them. Hey, y'all pray. You gotta hear all the pain. My son's probably gonna go to West Point. All right, that's my dad. Yeah, my son's gonna go to Howard. What about you? Well, you better pray for him. You're gonna go somewhere because you can't live here. That's my dad. So on the wrap up, brothers and sisters, if you have something to put in the box in the comment section about your parents, not my parents, your parents, feel free. We got 5 minutes left. I just want to give all of you a chance to salute your parents. When I say salute your parents, whether they're still with us or they're gone to paradise, shout them out. Because I think we have to get out of this space, particularly in this particular environment. It's become toxic because folks, oh, Sultana got me. Oh, when your mom didn't want to say you weren't gonna make it, black mom go, oh, don't worry about it. He'll grow out of it. Yeah, my mom said he'll grow out of it a couple of times. God bless her. Well, my dad said, well, if you know something, tell me. Cliff, where you gonna go? If you know something, tell me. And that's when you're a kid and you watch your dad say that. You kind of laugh. It's funny till you realize he's talking about you. Shout out Satana. Who we shouting out in your house? Mom, dad. JT. I know, Mr. Thomas. I knew your dad before I knew you, boy. Sister Rabina, who you shouting out? In the house. Let me know. Ree, who you shouting out? Junior Franks. What's up, baby? My beloved brother, Ruku Ware. Matches out Tawheed. Who you shouting out, man? Nazir, who you shouting out, brother? Much love. Altaf, who you shouting out? Better get it in, people. We only got 4 minutes left on the teleclass. But let me say this, and I'm gonna shut up because I want to put some of your stuff out there. You shouting out mom and dad. All right. The Whitfield crew. JT, you know you gotta shout out the Thomas crew. You gotta shout out my other mom is Miss Maisie, who is an awesome. There you go. There you go, brother Frank. Is it Francis Franks and Willie Franks? All right. But I didn't know your name was Junior Franks. I just know your Muslim name. But as soon as I get back there and the match should open up, I'm gonna give you a hard time, Junior. Hey, somebody tell me what's Arabic for Junior. I'm messing with you, Ak. It's all love, man. We got mom. I'm giving a shout out to Clifford Moss Jr., my dad's a junior, and Mary Moss. She's on the show today. I'm giving a shout out to a couple other folks too. Give a shout out to Mr. Alexander, who's across the street, Mr. Brown, Miss Frida Brown, Miss Ira Brown. That's right, Junior. It's all love, man. You know how we get down, brother. You know how we get down. And if you are in the city of Houston, do you have a website they can go to for Rookaware? Give me that up. And Nazir, if you have a website for outstanding personal relationships, hit me up in the box. I'll put that up too. Okay, Reed said shout out to all the mothers and dads. Reed, how's Auntie doing? I asked you earlier. You didn't tell me. My mama passed, and my 98-year-old dad for saying she's been smoking ganja whenever he thought we were about to do something crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. You give Pop. Can I call him Pop Rabina? You give Pop a big hug from all of us here on the Shout Out Show. 98 years old. He probably still driving, and he probably still driving, and wishes y'all would move out. Nazir, my main man, very industrious, bro. I love what he's doing. Check him out on Instagram. Outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. Now I know I'm giving shout outs because it's my show. I've seen this brother do a lot of great things in the city of Milwaukee. How's that community? You have like a community center too, man. How's that going along? I mean, I catch glimpses of it. I hope that's still up and going. And man, continue doing what you got to do, man. Shout out to Milwaukee, to Tony and Villet crew, and everybody out there. So I'm gonna also shout out my big brother Reginald Kitchen. I've seen him be a parent to a lot of men, a lot of young men, and a lot of young ladies. May Allah be pleased with him, accept his good deeds, forgive his bad deeds, and give him the highest levels of paradise. But I saw him over a number of years. I'm talking about over a lot of years. Just reach out and make sure people were doing well. And he was a father figure to a lot of folks. I'm gonna give him a shout. All praises due. So, and here we go. I want you to check out my man's line, Rookaware at Wixsite.com. Rookaware at Wixsite.com. He has a lot of stuff with calligraphy. He has a shirt that says Saber. Okay, hold on a minute. Do we have some sound now? Okay, thank you, Nazir. Appreciate it. we had something flip off. Maybe it's a power thing. I don't know. But in any event, listen, you guys have been great. On the second monitor, can you hear me? Let me see. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Something's going on with StreamYard, so that's probably my signal to get off and let you guys get back to your life. But for all of you, my last sentiment is, you know what? Remember some of the stuff we talked about today. You know, the good things, the permissible things, I want to say the halal reasons we feared our parents, because a lot of that, is foundation. That's a religious thing, and that barrier, if you will, that example, if you will, should always mold us to be better people, uh, better husbands, better wives, better sons, better daughters. So, listen, I'm going to bounce. You guys have been great. I hope to see you soon, and God bless you. Have an incredible day. If it's His will, I will be back here tomorrow. If not, I just won't be back. But I think I'll be back, inshallah. Okay, everybody. God bless you. Have an amazing day. And we will crank up tomorrow. Friday Funnies. Don't miss it. I know I'm not.
Hey everybody, this is your brother Preacher Moss. Listen, I hope that you enjoyed your shout out show experience. We'll be back with the next show, the next shout out show. A simple ask before you go, please help your brother out. Click that subscribe button, click the notify button, and I'll see you again on this side of the microphone. You probably wonder what that smell is. That's me. I smell good. And the reason I smell good is because I use oils from Tarifa. So I'm not saying you can't smell good. I'm not even saying you stink. I'm saying you have the opportunity to smell exquisite. Check out tarifatar.com for some of the best oils and scents in town.